In today's video, I'm going to share why I'm never profitable in certain circumstances and why you should be all right with not being profitable if you're looking to grow your business to its maximum potential. With that said, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've now done over $25 million in total sales online. And this lesson that I'm about to share with you was one of the key lessons to allow me to scale my business from $10,000 a month to $20,000 a month to $100,000 a month to $500,000 a month, up to having record months of $1 million plus, leveraging this simple principle. As always, if you get value out of this video, don't forget to let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway is. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you get notified when I do more videos just like this. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in.
Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams.
All right, so in today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is why I am never profitable in a certain area of our business, why it's okay, and why you should actually embrace never being profitable if you want to be competitive within the marketplace. All right, so I work with a bunch of various students, obviously all the time. We have a coaching business and we work with a ton of people who are placing their first ads, who are generating their first leads, who are making their first sales. And one of the things that I see stop more people more often than literally almost anything else is not having immediate profits in their business, right? So we'll have a student come through, they'll place ads, they'll do everything correctly in the ads, they'll have the right messaging, the right market, the right message to market match, they'll have the right, overall demographic, etc. They will start to make sales, but because they aren't instantly profitable, they freak out, they panic, they turn all of their various ads off. When they turn all their ads off, of course, their business comes to a screeching halt, and then they stop and they look at what they did wrong. All right. And the truth of the matter is that in today's marketplace, especially with, costs being high, cost per click being higher than it's been really ever in the internet marketing world, right? And it's only going to continue to go up the longer we're around, the longer marketers use all the various platforms. The truth of the matter is, with that in mind, you're kind of doing exactly what you should do if you place your first ads, make your first sales, and are not profitable in making those first sales. And here's what I mean. When we spend money on ads, and we spend a bunch of money on ads every single day, $10,000 plus every single day within our business, when we spend money on ads, we are okay with going as much as 50% in the red, sometimes all the way up to 75% plus in the red, in order to go ahead and generate buyers and create customers for our business. All right, so as an example, we might spend $10,000 on Monday, and on Monday only make back $2,500 of the $10,000, but we went ahead and generated 100 customers because our cost per acquisition is $100 in this example. All right, the numbers are slightly different, but we're okay with going that far in the red, 75% in the red on day one, because we are generating customers. Now, the reason we're okay with that is because a customer is the single most valuable thing for you in your business. And if you want to make more money, the truth is that the money is not in the first sale. The money is in the repeat sale from existing to existing customers. All right. So where you're going to make the bulk majority of your money is when existing customers purchase over and over and over and over again. And because we have a very specific process with our sales process dialed in, because we have a very sequential step-by-step process that we bring them through, we know that we can go 75% in the red. We can spend $10,000, make back $2,500, right, on day one. But we know that by day 14, so 14 days later, we will have broken even on that ad spend, meaning we will have made $7,500 back from those initial customers that came through, because those customers buy more products, more programs, and more services on the back end. And then after 14 days, we know that within 60 days of those 14 days, we will make another 2.5 times what we spent on the front end. All right, meaning that if we spent $10,000 on the front end, we will ultimately make in total just about $30,000 back on the back end when customers come through and buy all of our programs, all of our services, and all of our products, all right? But that's only because we are okay with, firstly, not being profitable on the front end, and secondly, because we know our numbers, all right? This is the second key. In order to do this effectively and efficiently, you firstly need the right sales process, all right? So you need the right process that brings people from buying that first product to buying the second, third, fourth, fifth, etc., so that ultimately you can make it up on the back end. And then secondly, you need to know your numbers, you need to know your cash flow, and you need to know your profitability, all right? So the first number I highly recommend you tracking is how long it takes you to get to break even. All right, so with this example, it takes us just about 2 weeks to get to break even. And so I know I can spend $10,000 today, and even if my ads don't do awesome right here today, I will be at break even within 2 weeks with our current sales process. All right, and then what you need to know very simply is how much cash do you have, and are you okay with floating that type of cash for, let's say, a 2-week period of time, because that's how long it's going to take to get to break even, right? So as an example, using this example, if we're spending $10,000 a day, it's gonna take 2 weeks to get to break even. We might spend $10,000 a day every single day without getting to break even, and we are only ultimately getting to break even on that initial ad spend, 10, 14 days later, etc. And all of that money that we're spending here in that time in between, we need to be okay with going further and further and further into the red, because we know ultimately there's going to be profit. Now, the only way we can do this is ultimately by having cash in the bank, being okay with eating into our cash reserves in the short term, because long term, we are making an investment in profitability. All right, that's the big mindset shift that you need to have. Instead of thinking transactionally and thinking as a marketer, how can I boost this conversion rate, that conversion rate? How can I increase my lead conversion rate, my sales conversion rate, etc.? You need to more think like an investor. If any investor had the opportunity to invest $10,000 and make back $30,000 over the course of 3 months, which once you have the right skill sets, once you have the right sales process, once you have the right business foundation, you can absolutely do. If any investor had that opportunity, they would absolutely jump on it. And that's what you're able to do with an online business if you dial everything in correctly. But ultimately, if whenever you place an ad and you're not at break even immediately on day number 1, you panic and you stop everything and you don't necessarily optimize your back-end process and you don't know your numbers and you don't know your metrics, you'll never end up making any progress. You'll never end up filling your pipeline enough to get to a point where you actually have those back-end profits, and you'll never get your business ultimately to where you want to get it. So with that said, understand that sometimes it is okay to not be profitable immediately on day number 1. The main thing is that you know your numbers, know when that money's gonna come back, know how quickly that money's going to come back, know that you have the cash flow reserves in order to float those expenses for that course of a period of time. Dial in your metrics, know firstly how much it costs to acquire a customer, and secondly, your 3-month customer lifetime value. That's what I like to track. So if it costs me $150 to generate a customer, and within 3 months that customer will be worth $450, I'm willing to spend $150 to generate that customer all day long, even if I only make back $50 on day 1, because ultimately there's going to be extreme profit. So with that said, change your mindset, keep it or take it from being all marketing, sales conversion, lead conversion, follow-up metrics, etc., and start to sink in to more of a position of being an investor and understanding that you are investing in attention, you are investing in generating customers, you are investing in building your buyers list, your single most valuable asset. And if you do it correctly, you can go in the red on the front end and still create profits on the back end. With that said, I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. If you did, don't forget to let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway was. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon notification button so that you're notified when I do more videos just like this.